Hi, fourth graders. So this video is going to be review for subtraction and addition of large numbers. So here you can see that I have 234,028 minus 197,554. Something I have noticed that some of you are doing, and it's a very common mistake, is that when you're reading this or saying what you're doing, you are saying 4 minus 8 instead of 8 minus 4. Do you see the difference? Sometimes I've heard people say it wrong but still do the problem correctly, but it is important that we say it correctly. As we move into 5th grade, we want to make sure that we're accurate, and also it helps us think what to do a little bit more correctly. Okay, so I'm going to start in the ones place as we always do, and I see that it's 8 minus 4. So I don't have to regroup, right? I don't have to change that 8 to anything because 8 minus 4 is possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 4 there. Then I go over to the tens place, and I see that it's 2 minus 5. Again, always going from the top down. Is 2 minus 5 possible? No, it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and cross out my 2, and I go to the left. I look to the left, and I see that that's a 0. I'm going to go ahead and cross it off, but can I take anything from a 0? Can I ungroup that 0? I can't. So I'm going to have to keep looking. I'm going to have to look to the left one more time, and here I have a 5. A 5 can be ungrouped, so remember we always take 1 away when we're ungrouping because the rest, because that 1 will go to the next place. So the 5 changes to a 4. Okay, now we're going to this 0, and that 1,000 actually, right, because it's in the thousands place, comes over to the hundreds place. So it's now 10 hundreds. The only thing you really have to remember, of course, is that you're putting a 1 in front of whatever digit is already here. So there was a 0 there, and I put a 1 in front of it, making it a 10. But that can't stay a 10 because this 2 still needs to go up. It's still not possible to do 2 minus 5. So I have to ungroup my 10, and the 10 goes down to a 9. Anytime we're ungrouping, all we do is take away 1, and then this 2 is going to take that 1. That 1 is in the hundreds place, so when it comes over to the tens place, it's going to be 10 hundreds. Or the easy way to remember it, of course, is just putting a 1 in front of the digit that is there. Okay, now let's see if some subtraction is possible. 12 minus 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can always count up if you're not sure. 9 minus 5 is 4. And here I get to where I know there's going to be a comma. You can either add the comma in now, or you can wait until the end of the problem. I'm going to wait because I just like to do it at the end. But either way is totally fine. Some people like to keep the comma in now because they feel like it keeps their place value lineup in order. That's fine as well. Okay, I'm here in the thousands place. 4 minus 7 is not possible. Here again is an example of if you're accidentally reading it 7 minus 4, that would technically be possible, so we don't want to make that mistake. 4 minus 7, not possible. Cross out the 4, look to the left. I see a 3 there. I'm going to ungroup the 3, bringing it down to a 2, and this 4 now, 10 thousands come to the thousands place, but remember, really all you have to think about is that there's going to be a 1 in front of the 4. So the 4 changes to a 14. 14 minus 7 equals 7. And then I come over here to the 10 thousands place. 2 minus 9 is not possible. So again, I'll cross off the 2. I'll look to the left at that 2. This 2 will be ungrouped. They'll have to go down to a 1. And then this 2, 10 will come over. It's actually 100,000 is coming over, but remember, all we really need to know is that the 2 becomes a 12. 12 minus 9, 10, 11, 12. Remember, counting like that is totally okay. It helps me stay accurate. Sometimes I make little dots as I count up, anything that helps my brain stay on track. 1 minus 1 is 0. Do you think we have to write the 0 there? We do not, because we don't have to write any zeros, remember, to the left of anything on this side of the decimal point. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my comma in. Remember, I count over 3 places, but I have to count hops. So 1, 2, 3, and there's my comma. You also can easily, of course, remember that the comma always goes after the thousands place. Now let's look at addition. So here we have 607,792 plus 532,917. You'll notice that I took the time to read those. I like to practice saying these large numbers as much as possible. It keeps me smooth on them. Okay, starting in the ones place again, 2 plus 7. Now that we're adding, we can go from the top down or the bottom up. It really doesn't matter, but it's a good idea just to continue working from the top down, because then we're in the habit of it and it helps us when we're in other operations. 2 plus 7 equals 9. 9 plus 1 equals 10, but of course I'm not going to squish 10 here in the tens place. I'll put the 0 here in the tens place, and then I will carry or regroup the 1 up to the hundreds place. Okay, now we have 9 plus 7 plus 1. 9 plus 7 is 16, plus 1 is 17. I'll put my 7 down there and carry or regroup the 1. I've already used that one, so I'm going to go ahead and cross that out. Remember, this is a good habit to get into, especially for multiplication when you're doing large numbers. 7 plus 2 equals 9, plus 1 equals 10. I'll put my 0 down there. Go ahead and regroup. 1 plus 3 plus 0 equals 4. And then 6 plus 5, I've already used that, equals 11. But again, I'm not going to squish the 11 here. I'm going to put the 1 solidly in the hundreds place. The other one gets to be in the millions place. And I might even put extra space there. I don't want to get confused and think that this is all in the hundred thousands place. All right, so let's count over for our commas. 1, 2, 3 hops. There goes a comma. 1, 2, 3 more hops. There goes a comma. Can you read this number with me? What would we say first? 1 million. Good. And remember, then we just tackle the stuff in between the commas. 140, right? So 1,140,000. Good. 709. So remember, we've practiced this a lot. You can always just take out the stuff around the sides if you aren't sure when to say that thousand. Or a lot of people like to remember, oh yeah, I just say the word thousand and million when I get to those commas. All right, guys, good luck on your quiz today.